Hi, third graders. Just want to say miss you. It was great to see you at the parade. We are going to show you a worksheet dealing with multiplication and division. So I'm going to share my screen, go to the worksheet, and you see this one where it says multiplication and division problems. Always keep in mind that you see this little hand signal. This will help us when you do use the text box, and it will move your text box. We're going to have Mr. Wagi, and I do apologize. I know that you waved. Did you want to say anything to the kids?
Good morning, guys. Hope everyone's doing great, having fun, and staying safe.
All right. So, Mr. Wagi, is it okay if you decide to do the first one? You can read it, and then you tell me which tool you want to use, and then we'll go from there.
All right, let's do it. The number one, it says there are 7 school buses waiting to pick up students at a school. Each bus has 6 wheels. How many wheels are there? So I'm going to ask Mrs. Campbell, because she has the power in the situation, to click on the pen tool. And
what color, Mr. Wagi?
I'm a blue guy.
Okay.
You see, I got my blue on today. Got my light blue on. So, so how I would do this is, knowing that there are 7 school buses, I'm going to make 7 circles. Okay. All right. 5, 6, and 7. All right. Each circle I know is one bus. So if each bus, that word each means one, all right, has 6 on it, I'm basically saying each circle, it means 6. So I'm going to count by 6s. So I know the first one is 6. So that means the next one is 6 plus 6 is 12. All right, 12 plus 6 is 18. I know 18 plus 6 is 24. And then the 5th circle will be 30, because I know 5 times 6 is 30. Then we have 30 plus 6 is 36. And I know a trick, and it has a pattern with ones. So I know my first number I started with was 6. And the next number is 12. So my next number, I think, should end with a 2. So I'm going to say the next number is 42. It's a little pattern with ones. You'll see there. So I'm going to say that this, the total number of wheels there are 42. And the multiplication sentence would be 7 times 6 equals 42.
Is there anything that you could do, like if they knew 7 times 6 is 42, is there any way that you can make that array smaller? Like a 7 by 6 is there any way that you can make it where you are cutting it in half? So if they didn't know what 7 times 6 is there any other way that they could do it?
Well, I don't like cutting in half 7, since 7 is an odd number, but we can cut in half 6. And so half of 6 is 3. So if you know what 7 times 3 is, that's 21. And so 2 3s will give me a 6. So I should have 7 times 3 equals 21. And there'll be two of those, because I need those 2 3s to give me back my 6. So essentially, I'm going to be taking 21 plus 21. And when I add those two together, my ones will add up to 1 plus 1 equals 2. And my 2 plus 2 in my tens place should add up to 4. So in the end, I should have 42.
Okay, another strategy. That's awesome. Thank you, Mr. Wagi. I'm going to try the text box because you can see my writing. I'm very slow. So I'm going to click that, and then here's my hand. That's going to let me bring down my text box to the next problem. So I can still see it hovering over here. And I can make it bigger. I can make it longer. And each time I'm typing, it will just keep going. So on this one, it says Miss Sanchez, and let's say if you have a name and you're like, I can't pronounce it, just put your own name in there. So I'm going to say Miss Campbell bought 48 new markers. Boy, that's quite a bit. She wanted to divide them evenly among 6 groups of students. Right here, I'm going to use a different color. Oh no, I'm typing, sorry. So on this one, well, I guess I do have to go back with the pencil because I'm going to show you. Right here is your total. You cannot go past 48. And so some students are looking at it as, oh, I must times it by 6. No, it's your total markers. Mrs. Campbell has a total of 48 markers. I don't want to draw 48 markers and then divide them into 6 groups. So your key word is dividing them. Sometimes it won't say the word divide, but if you see up here that is your total, they are asking you to divide them. And in this case, it's 6 groups. I can use my multiplication if I need to figure out my division. Here's the numbers that I do know. Whoops, I meant to do text. Where's my text box? Oh, I have to get back my text. Okay, so in my box, I didn't mean to do that. I can do 6 times whatever blank, I'll just leave it blank, equals 48. The other thing I know is a division problem, and that's what we want to practice doing. So we take our 48 and then we divide it, and of course there is no division sign on my computer. So I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to pencil in my division sign. And then I'm going to go back, since I like text, but then maybe it's better to use, oh, now oh, here it is. Here's the division sign. Okay, well, I guess we'll write it on here. 48 divided by 6, and we don't know what the answer is, and so that's what we're trying to figure out. So I'm going to close this out. Oh, it did put that in there. I just learned something. Okay, so you can hit this and it will do it for you. Oh, I love it. So on this case, I do have my 2 equations. Now, how am I going to figure this out? Okay, well, I can do the same thing where we're trying to find the missing factor, and we can skip count if we need to up to 48. So now on this one, you noticed that we were skip counting by 6s, and we did it 6 times 7. Well, 6 times, what if we did one more where 42 plus 6? Well, I wonder what that is. That equals 8. I took something that I knew because we worked on it. We skip counted, and so that's what they're trying to do, is they divided them into 6 groups. So 48 divided by 6 equals 8. Where's my text box? Equals, well, I have to go over here. And of course it didn't save it. So 48 divided by 6 equals 8. And so there it is. Well, I'd still, well, there it is right here. And so you can use your multiplication to help you with division. So right here, the missing factor is 8. So if you're able to, use your multiplication facts to help you with division. Now we're going to stop this, and I do hope you have a great day. We'll see you soon.
Good day, guys.